10 in a third innings, 13 hits. He has walked 6 and struck out 9 on the year, as Jared alluded to. He comes from a not quite sidearm angle, but more of kind of a 3/4, and even maybe a little bit more on the sidearm side of 3/4 angle. I would think that he would be extremely difficult for left-handed batters, and after facing a righty Leo Rodriguez, Baldwin, Garvey, Smith, Taylor, all left-handers against Will Locante.
Yeah, rookie mistake. Yeah, I hate to see that happen. I misjudgment when I saw him one pitch in the bullpen. I went sidearm, and you're right. He's not quite sidearm,
but is sidearmish.
Yeah, and he steps towards first base. He works on the third base side of the rubber. Will step across towards first base, and you know that will do some funky things to the ball and to the way the batter sees the pitch come in. Leo Rodriguez is the only righty due up for the Loons. The next slew of hitters: James Baldwin, Robbie Garvey, Eric Smith, Kevin Taylor, all lefties to follow against the southpaw Locante. First pitch, and he misses low to Rodriguez with an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. You got some eggs or sandwich. You might put something that rhymes with his last name on. The one that was outside. Picante.
Right, yeah. Burrito.
Yeah, burrito, yeah. Or if you're in the state of Texas, pretty much anything. The 2-0. That's low. Counts 3-0. Loons Baseball brought to you by the Three Rivers Corporation, the official contractor of the Great Lakes Loons. Three Rivers, more than construction. 3-0 Loons, bottom 6, the 3-0 pitch, and Locante delivers his first strike in relief of Brandon Sinnery. Counts 3-1 to Leo Rodriguez, who's 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the second, flied out to center. Swinging 3-1, he tips it foul at the dish. Rattles in between the shin guards of Aguila, and the count's full. We're going to get you the answer to our trivia question here coming up in a second. Question is, which former major leaguer had a nickname that he shared with a superhero who was played by a former Olympic gold medalist when first on TV? The 3-2. Swinging a ball hit into right center field. Ranging over is Almodovar. From center, he reaches up, makes the catch as Brito, the right fielder, cuts behind him, and there's one away. So once again, the question, which former major leaguer's nickname was a moniker he shared with a superhero who was played by a former Olympic gold medalist when first on TV? The answer, Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon, Tom Flash Gordon, the father of former Great Lakes Loon D. Gordon, current Los Angeles Dodger. James Baldwin swings and misses at the first pitch by Locante. And when that was first aired on television in the 30s, Buster Crabbe had the honor of playing Flash Gordon, former Olympic gold medalist swimmer. Baldwin drops down a bunt 0-1. It's a race to the bag. The flip to the pitcher is missed by Locante. He tried to squeeze it with a bare hand, and Baldwin will get a base hit on a bunt single. He took that one up the first base side. It took Bell, the first baseman, off the base. Credit Locante. I mean, he was quick off the hill, and he steps towards first, as we noted, and follows that direction as well. But the toss from Bell was slightly behind. I don't know for certain that Locante couldn't have reached with the backhand to try squeeze it with the glove, but he tried to go with the bare hand and was unable to make the play. So Baldwin's on with an out, and Robbie Garvey is up.
I think he was hearing those footsteps behind him too, with James Baldwin charging in. Knew it was going to be a tough play to begin with.
Garvey's 1 for 3 with a bunt single. Locante kind of uncorks and throws to first. Baldwin back standing up. 2 hits for JB. He's reached 3 times, though not officially if you're counting on base percentage. He got on by way of an error in the 4th. A true single and a bunt single as he leads off of first. Conte set above the shoulders. Long pause, taking a pitch, and Garvey bats it foul at the plate. That one came in at 94, according to the gun. You don't see a lot of lefties with quirky deliveries like Locante bring it with that much heat. You also don't see too many pitchers wear the number 2. That's the number donned by Locante. He tucks his glove just beneath his right hip. Comes set. The 0-1. Garvey swings and misses. He tried to hold off, but was way too late in trying to do so. And his 5/6 swing puts him down 0-2. Eric Smith's on deck for the Loons. They're trying to add to a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Loons lost 5 of 6 on their recent 6-game road trip and started this mini 3-game homestand off with a loss yesterday. Time called by Garvey. Locante held the set position for a bit too long. Yesterday's final was 6-1. The Loons scored their lone run in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 3-0 at the time, but then proceeded to give up 2 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th. South Bend 6 runs on 9 hits. The Loons 1 run on 9 hits. They left 9 runners on base yesterday. 1 out. The count's 0-2 to Garvey. The pitch. Called a ball. I am not quite sure it was a ball. Looked like it was just above the knees over the outside corner, but Garvey gets a break, and the count's 1-2. The Las Vegas resident waits. He throws his hands to the 1-2 pitch and bounces it to third. Baldwin was on the move. Drury's only plays across to first, and Garvey's retired for the 2nd out, but he does move Baldwin into scoring position for Eric Smith with 2 away. As the Stanford product, who's 0 for 3 with 3 outs in the air, will try and get a hit, and if he does, and it gets to the outfield, Loons will likely add another run to their total. Baldwin races for third. I don't know if time was called. He gets there. The South Bend players are looking at each other. The umpires are looking at each other. Nate Tomlinson standing with his hands on his hip in the field, and now Clinton Von Drack is asking James Baldwin to return to second, saying time was called.
It's a good heads-up play.
Yeah. There was I'd say a gathering. I think a meeting is official, and it suggests that time was called. I'll say there was a gathering kind of in front of the mound between Locante, his catcher Aguila, and I believe the shortstop Ruiz. And I guess if time was called, it was not clear that time was not in play. All right, well, not a huge argument from Razor Shines. Thomas Brendel back up and throwing in the South Bend pen, by the way. 2 outs, Smith the batter. And the pitcher Locante spins on the rubber. Baldwin flinched, but he was able to get back, no one near the base. J.R. Bradley throwing in the South Bend bullpen. The righty, 6'3", West Virginia, born 2010 draftee. First pitch to Smith. There's a bender that's in tight. He kind of twisted his hips, barely got out of the way. Taylor on deck.
Get out of this.
One 0. Swing and a miss. There's a fastball at 94 from Locante below the knees, and the count's 1-1. The series in the homestand wraps up tomorrow. Back to an evening game. Angel Sanchez versus Blake Perry. Righty versus righty. 7:05 scheduled first pitch. Chemical Bank Dollar Family Feast night at the ballpark. Great night to come out, watch some baseball, and get some great value on those concession goodies. The 1-1. Pitch is outside. A breaking ball from Locante, and Smith gets ahead 2-1. Dollar dog. dogs, dollar ice cream sandwiches, dollar sodas. 2-1. Inside. That was a bell-type fastball, and Smith gets ahead 3-1. Loons lead 3-0. Look out beyond the ballpark in right center field. You see a bunch of yellow school buses. This is a school kids day game extravaganza. The 3-1. That's on hold as the pitcher Locante spins off the rubber towards second. Even Baldwin in check. Aguilar gives the sign. Hitters counts. The pitch to Smith. Baldwin goes. It's low. Aguilar's throw to third. It's dropped by Drury, and Baldwin dives in safely with a stolen bag. And he is now laying on his side and appears to be in a bit of pain. He's now, well, he's on his knees. Matt Togno jogs out. Now Baldwin stands up, and looks like his hand or maybe a finger or two as he's walking away from the line and walking away from Matt Togno, the trainer, who now catches up to him. The pitch was a ball, so Smith draws the walk. That stolen base is brought to you by the MBS International Airport. The next time you fly, say,
I'll fly the new MBS.
I should also mention that Kevin Taylor turned a double play earlier, and every time balloons turn two this season. Yeah, we should. Farm Bureau Insurance donates $25 to the local Special Olympics organization, and that double play earlier brings the season total donated to $625 bills. Farm Bureau Insurance, Michigan's insurance company. I'm just assuming it's not a check, they're going to pay by once. Could be a check. Either way, $625 in value, and time is called. Wellington Cepeda, the pitching coach, is going to go out to the mound. James Baldwin is going to jog towards the dugout, and Razor Shines, I think, is going to ask for Matt Togno to wrap his left hand or finger. I don't think he is removing Baldwin from the game.
One of two things happened there. Either he jammed it into the bag or the third baseman, or he got spikes. He might have gotten his hand underneath the spikes. It might have come down on his hand, so he's going to get that taped up now in the dugout, so we'll wait on him to come out and run the bases. It was interesting that Razor was the one who wanted it to be taped up. It looked at like instead of the trainer.
And Baldwin jogs out of the dugout. Right back to third, man of the corners, 2 outs. Taylor the batter.
Left hand is taped up with white tape.
And the right side of his jersey is untucked.
One flap up, one flap down.
I think Kanye West made that popular a few years ago. Although I think that's a trend that is no longer trending. JD's bringing it back. Taylor the batter. And the first pitch from the lefty, Locante, is up high.
Baldwin's back pocket is tucked in. Both of them are tucked in.
That's rare. Maybe it's just a different JB. 3-0 Loons in the bottom of the 6th. Conte set. The pitch. Up and in. 2-0 to Taylor with Tyler Ogle, the righty, on deck.
You know, Cepeda and Haley have to be frustrated. They bring Locante into the game. He gets the right-hander out, but then bunt hit to Baldwin. He retires Garvey, but then walks Smith, and now falls behind Taylor. A dangerous hitter, 2 balls, no strikes.
And KT 2 for 3 with a homer and a single. 2-0's low, and it's 3-0.
And it's also the grand slam inning, so if Taylor walks, that loads the bases for Ogle, who may be the Loons' best power threat. And a fan could walk out of here, I believe it's a teacher, with $5,000.
5 G's. The 3-0. And it hits Taylor just above the belt, below the 1-1. Plastered on the back of his red top in white numerals. Taylor will take a circuitous route to first, and Mark Haley will take a direct route from the dugout steps to the mound. That looks like it's going to be it for one Will Locante. We'll have a pitching change. New arm on the mound. Fresh meats for Tyler Ogle when we come back. Loons lead 3-0 on ESPN 100.9 FM.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Flexibility is underrated. I'm watching the Miami Heat. I don't know what they are historically, but there has never been a team in this league, ever, including Jordan's Bulls and Magic's Lakers, that was this flexible. LeBron plays 4 positions, Battier 3, Bosh 3, Wade can play 3. You got 5 guys who can play point. Flexibility is massively underrated. Hi, it's Colin Cowherd. Tune into The Herd weekdays, 10 to 1 on ESPN 100.9 FM.